Hey everybody, we're just going to let it fill up a minute, guys, and then we'll start talking about spirits and how to get rid of them and stuff like that. So we're joined tonight by Sherry, we're joined by Drew, and we're joined by Linda, Dobie. So, guys, how are we all tonight?
I am good.
Hello,
Thank you.
everybody.
Hello, everyone.
There's Lex just messaged me saying he can't make it.
All right.
But
Lex
doesn't
can't
matter.
make it.
Doesn't matter. We're going to do some. Sherry's got some amazing stuff to show you guys.
Yep.
How to protect yourself from evil spirits.
Yep. Our brains are yours. Hi, Nemesis. Hope you're well, buddy.
Just let it fill up. It takes a wee
Yep.
bit. Have you noticed YouTube lately is no?
I'll go share it out, Chris, because
I'm just going to do that now.
quite bad. They're quite
Yeah,
bad
that's
for
what I'm gonna.
notifications. Terrible about their notifications right now. Honest to God, I was raging at missing Danny's live the other day.
I've been missing umpteen lives lately, and YouTube is just not. I mean, I'm not talking about the virus. I'm not talking about any conspiracy
Do you
stuff.
think they maybe are just no bored about all the weird channels and they're just sending out the notifications for everybody that's over 1,000 subs and things?
No, they should be sending them out, but that's the weird thing. They should be, and it's,
It's ridiculous, honest to God. I was raging it, man. I was like, for God, it's not that. They're getting the notifications about an hour late and things as well.
Oh, I know. I'm just going to tweet this out.
Right.
For Twitter. Let's tweet it. Share it, everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it onto Facebook, and then I'm going to go over and put it onto.
It just takes me a minute to get the link.
Twitter.
Let's see.
We've got 5 in anyway. It'll be a minute, guys. We're just sharing it the link.
We're just sharing everything out, guys, and then oh look, my subscribers have went up. I'm now up to 709.
Good stuff, Christopher.
Very good.
Stuff.
As it's getting there, We've got to be doing some giveaways, guys. Look at Drew down the. It's because it's reverse. It doesn't matter. It's running about there somewhere. We are with a tinfoil hat on.
Yep, I've got my tinfoil coal hat on.
Tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about Parachill's tea, and we want you to check out their websites, and we want you to check them out basically, because they're great. Where is Sherry?
Yeah. I will post some links in the room as well.
Thank you, Nameless World, for the sub. There's got a wee sub there for Nemesis.
Yeah, you
Thank
go.
you very much.
Thank you, Nemesis.
After this is uploaded, Nemesis, if you've got an email address, put it below, and I'll send you some Age of Darkness stickers.
Ooh, I've got mine. Lovely.
Just for you, Nemesis. I'm picking random people.
Hello, Nemesis. How are you?
New subscribers, get some Age of Darkness stickers.
Right.
Have you stuck any of your stickers up?
Welcome, Nemesis.
Well, I have got the Age of Darkness ones that I'm going to take with me in the car. I'm going to put them in my dad's car so I can put them at random all over the place. But as of yet, I've not put any up, Christopher. No, but I will do. But I've not been out. It's only been Willie and things. It's been going to the shops. We'll try to stick to.
I know.
Because them next door are brutal. She'll phone the post and things.
I'm amazed she didn't phone the post the other day there when I came to deliver.
She's bad for it, honestly. I need to be very careful with her next door. My niece and nephew and things was in as well, and I was very wary. Sorry for talking about this, guys.
We'll start talking shortly, guys. Once we get this suit there, it's
shared.
Best. Ken,
yep.
I went in the side.
Yep, just sharing out at the moment.
I'm just going to share this out.
How about you, Nemesis? Let's read your chat, son.
Yes, Drew, show me Parachills on my old channel. Is this? Just bring it up so
right.
do it.
Right. All right.
Onto my Parachills as well. Oh dear.
See, lately, I just don't think YouTube's been sharing anything out.
They're not. YouTube's been really, really bad for getting people notifications. I've been missing a lot of pups streams, which I don't like doing. There's been a few times I didn't know when Drew was on, and it was only by off chance that I I'd seen that was a little while back. Like, there's been a few people I've gone to look for, and I've realised they were on about 2 hours beforehand, and I'm like,
it's Legacy. I was trying to place who you were there, Nemesis. I'm saying, if he says me, he must know me. And then it's now you says John for Legacy. Of course it is. We're so silly.
We'll give it 10 minutes or so to fill up, and then we'll start talking about the stuff. Because the last time I was live, it took a wee while to bring stuff. And I noticed Danny was live last night.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Do you know when I get notified? I get notified after he turned it off.
Oh my God! See, that's not good enough. It really isn't good enough. Honestly,
and you're just about finished. I thought.
Well, I know that he'd gone live because I see him pop up, and he did say that he'd put a post up on Facebook saying he's going live in a couple of minutes. So I went over to him.
It's a good job he did that then, because he might not have got anybody in, and that's terrible.
It was only through Drew that I found out that Danny was on, because I didn't get notified.
Chat.
I mean, like Danny's nearly got 2,000. How many subscribers has Danny got? He's got quite a few.
He's nearly
got
1,500, I think. Yeah, I think it's 1.3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocking. I mean, we get 6 watching us now, but on my mobile,
it's not that. See Danny's lives and things, they're like pure, real and pure spirit talk, and people like that kind of thing, and it just isn't good enough. YouTube need to get their act together.
YouTube have been seemingly YouTuber in a lot of trouble now because of this stuff in America and stuff like that. They're just, There
may be even no many people in their offices. Maybe that's a lot of the problem.
I think there's because of the virus. I think a lot of people are not working in the buildings.
Right, aye.
Things have been breaking down and stuff like that. And
I wouldn't like to stay in America right now. Or
I think people are a little bit wary at the minute about working and that. And then you have got a lot of them that are still going to work, but they're worrying. Mm-hmm. It's a mess at the minute.
We'll just try to let the room fill up a bit, guys.
We're just letting it fill up, guys, before we start talking, because then what will happen is people will come in, and then we'll get the middle of it, and
you end up repeating yourselves. Do you like my tinfoil cap?
Naminous and Legacy Paranormal, I'm going to make you moderators in the chat for me. So that would be okay.
Yep, because all the mods are on here.
All the mods are on here, as they say. So I've made you mods, guys, and feel free to share your links, guys, because I know you need subscribers.
Oh, damn it, it's not doing... Why don't they do that? Like, if you've got a hashtag, it should just light up.
Yeah, I know, I don't understand that either.
I've got a kid on, I'm in the CIA, and I'm about to be executed.
Oh. As long as you can hit the links, guys,
it makes it look really official.
I like how it's just got the director, UK.
Well, has that? I've never noticed that before. Also, it does down the bottom. I've never noticed that before, Chris. Wally's saying hello to you guys.
Yeah, well.
Hi, Wally.
Hi, Wally.
Wally.
He's away. He's waiting in the boat and starting. They'll never make it to 12 o'clock. They'll all be sitting there.
Where did that come from?
I know.
I called him Wally. I was like, I meant to say Wooly, and I called him.
He's been called that before, sister. Don't worry.
I do apologise. I do. Oh dear.
He's
You've been touching those hairs again.
You're not supposed to put them in cigarette papers.
It is your money about the time if you smoked, what do you call it?
Some of them are really dangerous, though. Some of them, they tell you that you have not for human consumption, didn't they, sister? And some of them, like mugwort and things, is hard to get because it is like so you could poison people with it.
Oh, what
is that?
We have some interesting ingredients that we have to use in that, and I always have to say at the end of my videos, do not consume it.
It's not for smoking or eating.
No.
Well, guys,
I had that stuff in my bath today, and that was just lush. Oh, it smells so heavenly.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was this like a bath oil or something?
The stuff, he done that witchy reveal thing together, and we had that salt thing that Freya had sent us. We had that in the bath tonight.
Yeah, it's really good. It's
I
got
put
Epsom
salts.
salts. That's what it's got in it. Epsom salts, Himalayan salts. It's got different herbs. It's got about 5 or 6 different herbs and things in it, but it's really relaxing.
It's got like some sort of soda thing in it as well. I think it was It really, really beautiful, and it's lovely on your skin. Your skin feels so soft.
It's like the stuff that they make the bath bombs out of, I think.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Stunning.
So, shall we begin? Saying we've got 10 people watching us. Shall we begin, guys? We've got Sherry and Drew and Dobby. We're all going to talk about witchy stuff and how to protect home and basically anything. So, I will pick Sherry. Well, let's begin with discussion.
Try and comment, guys, to know who's all here.
Legacy.
Just let me finish the link sharing. Then you've got my full attention.
Oh,
remember, guys, you can ask us questions and things as well. Luna and
yeah, we are here to educate you and things like that.
Hi, Luna. Hi, thinking of others.
We're gonna get some questions then, and then we got our answer. And
yeah, just remember.
Hello, thinking of others, my darling. How are you?
We need to get people prepared for
right. Yeah, stuff them done. Then let me just turn my camera on so you can see me.
Basically tonight, guys, it's basically Drew and Sherry and Dobby. They're going to talk all about how to protect your place because you don't want to bring anything bad home. When you go, fire away. Well, I'll look at my zesty drink.
I hope you're well thinking of others.
You're welcome of others.
Yeah, guys, we just want to really. I know a lot of you do investigating and things. I'll just start for you, Sister Sherry, right? I know a lot of you are doing investigating and things, and you are going out. Well, maybe not so much now because of lockdown, but you do go out investigating. So, being Sister, want to kind of advise you on like what today, maybe a couple of things that you can take with you just to help you shake off any bad energies. Maybe just to keep them where they are and not take them into your car. And maybe have an accident on the way home and things, or maybe even let them come as far as into your home, because that's the last thing you want. Some of these entities, as you know, will kid on that they're nice just to go home with you. So we just want to be here and advise you on a couple of things that you can do.
Yeah, the thing is with when you investigate, now anybody that's an investigator and anybody that is in that sort of thing, spiritual, anything like this, should know that protection and cleansing and all these sort of things are very important to do on a regular basis. Now, if you're an investigator like ourselves and you're going out to locations and you don't use protection, the very words that you say to the spirits, like, please stay there, please do not follow us, goodbye, is not protecting yourself. When you turn around and you leave that place, even if you say, right, this place feels negative, I'm leaving, please stay here, spirits, you're not welcome to invite it, goodbye, and you leave, you've not used a protection, so those spirits can still follow you. And the thing is if you're walking into a place and you're picking up on them or like from that feeling, they've already picked up on you because they can pick up on you through sense, smell, and sight. They will know that you're there before you know they are. And when you think that you're going to get up, you turn around and walk off, that means that you're safe and that they can follow you. You've gave them that passage to follow you because you've not gave an instrument or a tool that can stop them from following you. Okay, so you're then putting yourself or a team member in danger, or your family, and not even realising it straight away.
As well.
That's another thing where people get confused as well. They think that when a spirit becomes attached to you, you're automatically possessed. No, possession takes a very long time to come to full level. Okay, it starts off with the attraction where they've got something in you that they like, so they're going to work to try to bring you down to that level so that they can take over your body. So you've got the different levels of that you've got to deal with as well. And so you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, I'm all right, I'm safe. And you're not, because you start off with the infestation. which is where they're obsessed with you. They want you for a reason. Okay. Then it goes to oppression, which is where they start to manipulate with your body. They start to manipulate with your mind. You are still with it, but people may start to notice something's not right about you. Okay. Then it goes into obsession, which obsession is where the spirit has most definitely almost taken you over.
Yeah.
All reputation of you has changed. Your attitude, the way you feel. People might feel funny around you, feel off from you, a bit scared, a bit of fear from you, all sorts of things. Because what you've got to remember at that stage, it's not your mind anymore, it's the spirit that is within you. Then it goes to possession, which is the most worse, which is where at every single time you reach the possession side, you would need an exorcism. That is the only way to get rid when you get a proper possession, is literally getting your exorcism through a priest or somebody of that education that can do that for you. You can stop that from happening, from the infestation to the oppression side. You could get help. You could do that yourself if somebody knows what they're doing. And it is important to remember that, like, you're not going to go to no location or investigation and not come across negative spirits. There are good and bad in any investigation. It's fact.
Mm.
And if you're not protected, it don't matter if you walk away. They'll still follow you if they've got a need to. That is just how it is.
As well just to close the connection off at wherever you go to investigate.
Yeah.
And there is things you can do, which
and like you get these people that say, oh, well, you have to invite a negative spirit in. If you've gone to their location and you're investigating their location, you're opening yourself and welcoming yourself to their energy. Okay. So when you do not protect yourself and you leave, you are not stopping them from coming in your house, because you've openly opened yourself to them. So they don't need to be given permission to come in your house. You know what I mean? So you do need to make sure that you're protected. I always protect before I leave my house. I'll put meditation music on and meditate. I will have baths with salts and stuff in it. I will sage and sandalwood. I will put salts out on my altar and burn them with my candles. I will do all sorts of things every day on a daily basis. Yeah. Anyone that turns around and says to you, well, if you go on an investigation and you use things like sage and that, then it stops the activity, that's crap.
No, it doesn't. No,
it doesn't stop that. I work with my spirits every day. I burn sage every day, 3 to 4 times a day, sometimes more, and they are as active as anything. It does not stop you from investigating. It keeps you safer. No amount of protection is going to keep you fully covered. There is just no way, because not every energy can be understood. But the likelihood of you getting attacked and the likelihood of things happening to you is so much more less if you're using protection. It is.
I mean,
and it's such an important thing, especially in investigation work. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely need protection. So if we were out ghost hunting, you need it, because you don't want to take home something that could latch itself onto one of your family members. You know,
definitely not.
It's not only that, but you need to be able to know your own boundaries and your own ways. Because what if you're at an investigation, right, and a spirit takes a liking to one of your members? How are you going to help that person with that spirit in them if you don't know how to get rid of it?
Exactly.
What do you think? And it can happen. You could be stood in a circle talking, and a spirit will come into you.
Yes.
That is how easy it is. You do not need to be You don't need to be gifted for a spirit to connect to you. It's a fact.
Exactly. Linda, what was that you were going to say, Linda? You were going to say something?
I was just saying that it's very true what Sherry's just said.
Yes.
You know, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I'm a very educated person when it comes to protection, and I have always been somebody that has always done that. Now, I've not sat there and had teachers sit me down and learn me. I've learned through experiences and through things that I've done myself.
Exactly.
And, you know, I'm not a priest, so I'm not going to learn you the priest way. this
Yeah,
material
crucifix.
stuff is stuff that is made by me, a witch. Yes. But you can use this if you're a witch, a Christian, devil
Yeah,
worship,
exactly.
whatever the hell you are, you can use this
Yeah.
stuff. There is not a name for who can use it or not. Okay? You're not going to stand in the middle of an investigation and start casting the spell. All you got to do is put a bit into a candle, do your prayer, whatever that prayer is. It could be the Lord's Prayer, the St. Michael prayer. It could be your prayer of your language if you're in other countries, because we've got lots of people from different divisions in our place. Whatever prayers you use in your country, you can still use it using this stuff. You've got Druid stuff. This helps you with elementals. Elementals, a lot of people put them down to being negative energy. Elementals are ways of life and are the true finders of this world. They are not dangerous unless you make them dangerous. And
you just need to be
with elemental spirits, I know very well.
Do you want to, Drew,
Holy Soul.
add anything to that?
Holy Soul is one thing you do need at an investigation, and this is what would be used to try and help spirits to be removed, like negative spirits. It's also something you would use if you're trying to help somebody that may have a slight attachment. You would put a bit over them and pray over them and things like that. We are not doing exorcisms. I am not learning you to do an exorcism. There's no way I'd learn you to do an exorcism. You do have to be trained to do that. But I will learn you how to banish, to remove negative energy, and to keep yourself safe when you're investigating and you're at home.
Exactly.
That's what I'm here. We're here to do.
Exactly, Sherry. Drew, do you want to add something to that?
I just feel as if usually when I go investigating, what I'll do is I'll light my altar up and I'll ask for protection of my guides and my spirits to come with me. I'll say to them, please, like whoever it is I talk to, I'll just say like my ancestors and things to please be around me and be around anybody that comes with me. Come and investigate, be my protection. And usually when I leave a place, I will tell the spirits and things to stay where they are. I'll say that out loud, but in my head, actually tell my guides to please make sure that nothing does follow us home. And I usually wear crystals and things that I've already anointed and things with oils like my Santa Myrtle oil and things that will stop the spirits. But as Sister Sherry says, it doesn't always protect the people that's with you. You have to be mindful of the people that is around you.
Linda, do you have anything to say?
Well, I've never really been out on an investigation as such, so I'm learning basically from Sherry and Drew what to do and what not to do. But I do believe that you certainly need to have some sort of protection, whether you're actually the investigator or whether you're guests of the investigator. Everybody has to have their own protection of some kind.
Yeah, they do. And see, like
I get worried about the different people that you can meet as well in investigations. I mean, sometimes you'll go to these places and you'll run into like normal members of the public out walking their dogs. Now, if we're there and we're investigating, right, and say we're turning spirit boxes and things on, and we're protected, and the normal member of the public is not protected walking past.
Exactly.
So, as a head investigator, we need to be very mindful of everybody that is around us when we turn spirit boxes and things on.
Exactly.
We need to just remember that because
exactly, and that's like
we are doing the research and things for parachulls. We're coming into all these different cases where normal people think that they can just go out there, turn a spirit box on, and they're going to get connection to the dead. Yeah, they are going to get connection to the dead, but they're going to get a lot more than they bargained for. Yeah. So that is why we parachulls is good as well. We're helping.
They're gonna be sitting there and talking and communicating, thinking they're all right, but they don't realise what they're going to be taking home with them because they've made that communication. And just the most simple little things like just protecting yourself and knowing how to protect yourself and how to keep yourself and your team safe is really important. See, for me, when I go on investigations, I always carry spare necklaces, spare crystals, anything like that. So if any of my team's lost or missed anything, I give it to them. Nobody goes on an investigation with me if they're not protected. I will not do it. That's just how I am.
Tell my friend Michelle usually comes with me. She's my camera lady, and I usually get Michelle. I usually tell her to pick a crystal off my altar before we go anywhere, because all my crystals are protected, so it helps.
I mean, I'll wear a St. Christopher and I'll wear a cross.
Yeah.
right? And I think
I
that's
agree,
enough for
Legacy.
me.
A lot of
Definitely.
the TV commercial investigators do not help matters because they go in there unprotected. They make it look so cool, and they don't really show the dangers of the investigations and what could go wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't see them protect themselves and stuff before the shows and then go on, do they? They don't see any of this, so people think they're going there in there unsafe and it's better, and it really isn't. It's not.
It's
Not
not.
at all.
Parachills has opened up my eyes to a lot of these different cases, especially Ouija boards, guys. Please don't use Ouija boards in graveyards. You have got no idea.
Do you know what? I was just about to say that. I
You've
was
got
just
no
about to say
clue.
that. I've seen kids playing with Ouija boards in graveyards.
I don't think the Ouija board should be part of a paranormal investigator's kit at all. I definitely don't.
Ouija boards, in my opinion, and I've said it all the time, I think that Ouija boards are dangerous, and I don't trust them because they are very powerful. Yes, I know how to use one, but I've never attempted to use one, and I don't want to. So
I've never used them, never will.
mm-mm.
I've never used a Ouija board.
I mean, I've known investigators and things, and I know people that's into the occult, and I was going to get Mr. Ouija himself on my channel to talk, but he doesn't want to come on because we are all investigators, and he doesn't want to encourage anybody to use the board for paranormal investigators. But I tried to explain to Ryan that we needed him to help us to get the word out to investigators to please don't use it, and he was got to teach everybody how to use the board properly, which is to communicate with your loved ones. Like, I could use the board to communicate with my ancestors and things, but I would make sure. I've not ever done it. I've got knowledge to date and I've tried it, but nothing ever comes through, as I've told you before. But I would use it to
I've seen one
talk
getting
to my
used.
I would never take it out to talk in a normal investigation. No chance.
I remember.
I
mean,
think
oh,
it's
sorry,
always a
no,
good.
no.
Sorry, I think
No,
it's
you go,
always a
Linda.
good idea to have knowledge about these things, to know how to do it the right way, rather than not know anything at all and just go into it blind.
Yep.
I mean, there's nemesis.
It's a
There's nemesis.
hazardous if you do
Yeah,
that
it's
in this
really
sort of
bad.
work. It is dangerous because
And you don't know who you're
paranormal
really
is
don't.
not light. Paranormal is not a game. It's not a joke. It's not a toy. It's very serious. It can be very dangerous, and it's not something you should mess around with if you don't understand it. And it's the same with any of the tools that come with it, Ouija boards, anything like that. If you don't know how to use it, don't touch it because you're just asking for
Right.
trouble.
Luna's in the chat. She's done investigating a lot longer than any of us, and even she's saying that it should never be used in one. Luna says, no, the board does not need to be used in investigating. I don't use one, but if you do, you're best to know what you're doing. And that's exactly what it is, Luna.
And the thing is when you go into these places, you see a lot of these people on TV. That is prime expert. Yeah, you see TV, and a lot of them will use the Ouija boards and stuff, right? Now, what you don't see when those spirits are getting upset, when them spirits are getting angry, because some of these spirits don't like what can come through it. Now, you know, not every energy like us is going to be happy about that board being in there. Now, you know, they are people. There's people that once lived. They know what a Ouija boards and things like that are. You know what I mean? And some of them, in the spirit form, never believed in the Ouija board when they're alive. So why would you be trying to do it to them when they're dead? And and the thing is if you're not in a good place, or something bad's going on in that place, and you taking the Ouija board in there and you don't know what you're doing, you could make things worse.
Oh,
I agree.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So
the spirit board, it's kind of like leaving your front door unlocked and going on holiday.
For sure. Definitely.
That's what it's like.
Definitely. I mean, spirits lie at the best of times. So when you're standing
when you are on your live streams, can a spirit travel through the internet? Look, right, I'm going to say this to you, okay? A spirit can travel through anything, okay? It's an energy. It can go through phone wires. It can go through your equipment. That's why you'll notice when I'm live or I'm doing things, I have crystals in all of my equipment and under my camera to stop anything from being able to get in. And I do that when I'm on an investigation as well, because it's very easy for your equipment and stuff to pick up energies. And it's very easy if you're in your room and you're open and you've got a laptop. it's easy for a spirit to travel from one place to
Sister,
another.
we've proved it. We've proved it. We've had wee Maggie.
We've done it. We've done it. Yeah. You know,
Yep.
it does happen, and they do travel, and they can do it very well. Well, you've got to think they don't just need to do that. They've only got to sit there and vision what they're seeing through what they're seeing through the light, and they can adapt themselves to you.
Halloween. That is ridiculous.
So
Nemesis is saying that Poundland was selling them at Halloween last year. But that's
well, it's ridiculous. They shouldn't be able to sell things like that on the shelf. So I don't agree in selling a Ouija board. I don't think it's right. And
look, I've been
not good.
I have been round people using them, right? I was round one person once. It was my family. They were doing it. I didn't
yeah, well, they are. They are spirits are an electrical energy. They are an electrical energy, so they can go through anything electrical.
They can go through your phone. They can go through anything. I mean, spirits can be there simultaneously. They can be like in your house 1 second, the next second at Drew's house. It could be 600-mile gap, and it could be.
They can telepath as well. They can telepath. Like you get these people, and they go, right, well, we're just going to take a really slow drive past this really haunted place. We want to investigate, but we won't protect. We'll be all right. We're in the car. First, they can run as fast as your car. That is a fact. They can run fast as your car. They can stand there, focus on that car and wanting to be in it, and they're in your car, mate.
Exactly. It's very dangerous.
That easy. And they don't even have to run after the car, but if they wanted to, they could get you easily. Exactly. They can run really fast.
Is that your saying, Drew?
I say we just need everybody to be really aware that when they do go to investigate, and even when they're turning spirit boxes and things in their home, that they're opening up a doorway. And I mean, I don't think I even realised how much a doorway I was opening until I really started to get right into it. That's why I started getting into witchcraft, guys, was to protect myself, because it can get dangerous. I mean, Chris has witnessed me being attacked on his live one night, and I had to shut it down. Remember that, Chris?
I do remember that.
Down immediately. So,
was Linda, you were there when that happened?
I was there. I remember it.
Yeah, it's just be aware, guys, that it really is quite dangerous, and you've got to protect your team.
I've been attacked as well. I've been attacked very badly, and I know that these energies are very real.
Danny, the one that we speak to, has been thrown downstairs and everything, guys. He's been thrown.
They can do a number of very, very nasty things to you. They can push you, they can throw you, they can do whatever they want if they put their mind to it. They can, and that's why it is important to make sure that you're protected and that you know how to protect your team in these situations as well. You know, not just in being at home and protect yourself. Then when you get to the location, when you get out of the car, you protect yourself again and your team. Then obviously if you're on the investigation and you feel funny or you feel something's around you, to get your stuff out again and do it again, then you do it when you get home. You know, apart from those things, you need to be able to understand and learn how to actually get rid of negative energies. There's no point in going to a place and then decide you're going to leave because something's negative there. A lot of people misunderstand negative spirits. I'm not saying they're good. I'm not saying you want to approach them, but if you don't upset them, they won't bother you 9 times out of 10. Okay, and you have got things that you can do so that they can't come near you. There is this ghost stop bag I've got that has got special ingredients in it, and when you take it out on your investigation, you rub it on your hands and on your feet. It stops negative spirits from being able to see, smell, or sense you.
Yes.
Good spirits can see you and sense you, but they can't because of an ingredient in it that they don't like.
They don't like the vibes that it gives them, guys.
They don't like salt.
So we've got all these bags that me and Drew make.
Pure. They don't like anything that is pure. Salt is pure, so these negative energies will stay away from that. The same with witches, herbs and things. Can't remember what it's
like
called.
Don't like a pure salt. It is. It's got pure ingredients in it. It's the most powerfulest source that you could get. You don't need to be a witch to use this. You can be Christian. You can be whatever. Okay. The thing is what I'm going to point out to you. We've all got different religions. We've all got different things that we follow. Really, in truth, we all follow and love the same thing. Okay, we just have different views, different ways and different rules. Okay, when I sit here and I perform my witch stuff, which a lot of you guys would frown upon me for, you're doing no different when you're picking a candle up in church. You're reading from your from your Bible.
Exactly.
You are forming a spell because you're forming something to happen that can't be seen.
Aye.
It's no
Even
different.
Right.
candles out at your birthday's a spell, guys. When you think about it, you're blowing the
Well, you
candle
think-
to make a wish. So
Oh, well,
you
I'm
think
not
it
going to
in this
use her
sense.
stuff because she's a witch and I'll get cursed. No, you won't. You'll get just the same as you would get if you went to your church from my stuff.
Yeah,
If
sure,
anything,
it's
probably
kind-
better. Better,
it's kind
actually,
of-
because it's natural
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like
ingredients.
Jesus. You think of Jesus. You think about Jesus,
Nature.
right? He performed miracles
Yeah, sure.
and magic.
Mhm.
They didn't
That's
think he was
right.
evil.
He
So
could change
why
water into
do
wine.
witches and all that have to be classed as
A
evil?
great point, that, Chris.
Yeah,
I mean, the
God,
royalty and everything used to use
he'll-
witches to use the
God-
witchy potions,
Go through.
the witchy rubs and things to get rid
God-
of like bunions and all different
God
things like that.
bring bread
And the
from
minute
nowhere.
that these witches
He
performed
would
these
bring bread
before
from
even
nowhere. He
rituals
would make wine in.
There's
and burnt at the stake and
there's a
things.
wee bit of there's a wee bit of delay on
And
Sherry's
he
end.
was a magician.
So
He was some sort of magician. God was,
aye,
Sherry, I
and
think
was.
you need to be fresh.
because he
Sherry,
hey,
there's a delay on your end by about 15 seconds. You need to refresh it.
Because we're starting to talk over each other, sis.
Mm-hmm. It's that you're lagging out, you're stopping and
Yeah.
freezing and weird that, innit?
I know it's
It's weird
crazy.
when you're talking about these kind of things, it goes like
I
that.
know it goes like that, doesn't it? It's still like they don't
I've
want
been observing it. It's definitely when talking about certain things.
Right.
yeah, I don't think they like it too much, but you know, I know that there's a certain energy here that wouldn't be liking that very much at the minute, but it's just how it is, you know. But
Yeah.
God was like a magician. You know what I mean? Like he
Yes, he
would
was.
form water into wine. He would bring bread from nowhere, and he could do all these magical things. Now, if God could do that, then why is it so bad that people like us do that? And we're not no different to a Christian. And sadly, that pagan was the first language of the world, okay? And it's very much part of Christianity. Christianity follows paganism.
Yes.
I know.
It's like everything you get bad, you
All
get good.
religions follow
Good witches,
paganism.
bad witches, but I can promise you guys we would never harm you. I promise you that.
I mean, it's like the fact that
I'm
Christmas,
not a bad
people
witch.
don't
I am a white
realise.
witch. I don't work in the dark. I don't work in the dark
A lot-
whatsoever.
A lot of
But-
people don't realise that the Christmas tree is actually a pagan symbol.
Exactly.
Right.
It's
It
the
is.
main pagan
It is.
symbol all time, the tree.
It's
You know what I
also
mean?
the pagan symbol for where they would keep the pagan the gods and stuff,
Yeah.
like the deities and stuff in there to keep them safe and that for
Yeah.
in the winters and stuff.
Hi, Greena. I didn't even notice you in, my friend.
Oh, hey, Greenie. Never seen you there.
Hi, Greenie.
We're all game guys. We all love going outside. We all love being around nature. We all love like looking after our planet. Most of us, you know, but we all do the same thing. We just believe in slightly different things. It doesn't make us any different,
Yeah, sure, definitely.
you know.
I mean, everything is your intent anyway, guys. If you just want to go out and investigate and see a bad spirit and connect to a bad spirit, you are going to do that because that's what you're seeking to find. Whereas if you have the intent of going out in an investigation, you just want to talk to friendly spirits, you want to hear their story, you want to see what it was like when they were alive, then that is what you're going to get. You need to just keep your
But
focus
sometimes,
and try your hardest to block.
aye, but what I was saying is to Sherry before the live started tonight is you could go into a house where you think it's just an old man's spirit,
For sure.
but in actual fact, it might not be.
Exactly.
It might be something kidding knowing. It might be something. The old man, the person in the house might not know that they've got a demon. It could be hiding up in the loft for all they know.
sure.
You know?
It could just have went the night before because it knows yous are coming. They know well before time, before we know. In the spiritual realm, they've got the
You're not always aware that they're there straight away. They could have been there for years with you, and you've not even realised that. They're very good at doing that, and
They're just that they're
that's
attracted to your
just what
energy.
they like, and
Yeah.
it's just so easy to pick up an energy from anywhere. Not just going out and investigating, but just on your tools at home, you can pick something up you don't want. That's why it is important.
not seen you for a long time, Hatchie.
We've seen him for
Hello,
ages.
Hatchie.
Hope you're good, buddy. We'll miss you. I think you came in last week for about 10 minutes or something. Hope you're good in the shed.
We'll be called in
Clap
the
the
shed
dog
this
for
one.
us.
But
So obviously, like, if I was going to go into sort of like training people and helping
Yes.
people and doing those sort of things, then I would do it
it's weird how she keeps freezing in it.
That's
lines
crazy.
of like doing the grounding we would use in our
It starts with your
investigations and when
spiritual
we're at
baths.
home.
Yeah, it starts with you but having a spiritual bath before you go out. That's what you've got to try all these things, guys. It helps really.
It is. But when you're actually physically on the investigation, that is what my aim is for when people are outside and doing it. It's what they can do at home. That's fine. But the main aspect and the main thing is that people are protected when they're investigating. And that they know how to help their team members if they came into trouble. That's the main thing.
It's weird. It's because I actually suggested to one of my boss in the Parachills that we need somebody to protect the team.
For sure, that's a good idea.
We need somebody. You need somebody to protect the team. You need somebody to be there in case they get possessed. They need. You don't know.
They need somebody there to learn people.
Yes, you see, Sherry's the perfect person because she would be the team. She would be the person that you would go to say, "Oh, I don't feel well. I feel like something's following me," and all that. And she would be the person to get rid of it before it follows you.
It's not actually, Sister Sherry's got gifts as well, guys. She'll sense them before any others will sense them, So I'm glad she's part of your team.
I didn't know. That was a bit of a shock, but I do agree because I do, because I do this on a daily basis and I do spend on my channels all the time. I always tell you guys about how important protection is, and I'm always showing you little things you can do. There's just so many ways, and I know that if I could have an opportunity to do something like that, I've got certain people I'd bring on side with me anyway that I trust 100%, and I know that they know their stuff as well. So I do think that in any investigation place, if it's a team, a company, it's protection and knowing how to get rid of negative energies is really important, because I'm sorry, you're never going to go on an investigation and not come across a negative energy. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Bad spirits and things are going to like parachills and things like that.
You don't turn around and walk away. You can put it under control and not have to leave. Why do you need to leave?
I know.
What's that you're saying, Drew?
I'm saying, let's face it, that all the negative spirits and things aren't going to like teams, aren't going to like organisations like Parachills, because their main focus is to help people. So we, as a team, as a worldwide organisation, need to protect each other. Even just the admins and things need to be protected. Because negative energies will
anyone that comes into investigation or comes that should know how to get rid of energies. Like, you should know how to get rid of negative energies. You should know how to cross over good spirits, because anyone that becomes an investigator, the whole reason for being an investigator is, yes, we want evidence, but we're here to help the spirits, good or bad. You respect both. Okay, so you need to have an awareness of helping both. Okay, I will never go into an investigation and physically be disrespectful to a negative energy, because I wouldn't do that. I know that you can work with negative energies. I've got things around me, so I would never disrespect either side. Okay, so if you're going to investigate, you need to know how to be able to cross the good, and you need to know how to get rid of the bad when you have to. This doesn't mean that every place you go into, you come across a negative spirit means you've got to banish it. If it's not hurting you and it's not troubling you, leave it alone.
It's not right to be there. And most of the time, it's just a spirit that's maybe a bit impaled man.
You're attacking your team and it's being nasty, that's different, because you've got to protect yourself. But if you're not being troubled because you've protected yourself, leave it alone.
Yep, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's a lot of teams there now just trying They're not happy unless they're contacting a demon and things, and that is totally what paranormal investigations isn't even about.
Aye,
Paranormal investigators want to connect to spirits. We want to hear their story.
Aye.
We want to hear what it was like when they were alive, and if we can help them, because a lot
Or
of
even help
spirits
them
are
cross.
stuck. A lot of spirits are stuck.
Mhm.
But I notice more and more on YouTube that a lot of these big teams aren't happy unless
no.
they're contacting like right bad entities.
Aye, and they're basically telling the spirit to F off and
Yes.
you don't scare me.
Yeah, but they're not
Right.
nice to them either. They're very disrespectful. That's
Yeah.
why I don't follow these. I don't follow these teams because they're disrespectful and they don't talk to them right and things like that. Like they talk to them like they're a piece of dirt. And how I look at it is, why would you go into its home and summons it and challenge it like that when you don't fully understand what it is? You know what I mean? And then they go home and bitch about getting attacked. So you went into its space and you disrespected it, calling it this, calling it that. Do this to me. It's gonna come. You're invited.
Yeah.
Mr. Mackenzie told me he scratches people because they want it. That's what he told me in a live. He told it to Dad as well. He only scratches people because they want him to, and it's
And
very.
a lot of these teams make negative energies look really, really bad and like they'll just tack anything.
Yes.
They're not like that. If you respect them, yeah, they might tell you to go away on the ghost box. They might growl at you, but we don't. 9 times out of 10, you don't see them attacking
Take that
you.
as your warning.
It's like when you walking into somebody's house and starting hurling abuse at them. You're this, you're that. You don't scare me. What would you do?
Exactly.
You open the door and throw them out.
I mean, it's
if someone come in your house and was like, F this, you're this, you're that, you're going to react, aren't you? That they do good or bad, they're going to react.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's madness.
They were on this earth at one point. They were humans just like everybody else.
Yeah,
Just because they passed over doesn't mean that it should be treated any different.
No, it's a
Same
shame.
with the negative.
For them, I do.
Okay, a lot of the negative energies are not human. They have never ever been human, but they are capable of emotion, feelings, and understanding. Because if you think about it, Satan was the main follower of God. He was the closest to God. He betrayed God. God put him in hell to be hell. Yeah, God is capable of feeling an emotion, and so are the demonics. Yeah, it's just they choose to be the other way. So anyone that turns around and says, "Well, you can't communicate with demonic spirit, they don't understand you," yes, they do.
Yeah, they do, very much so. Very much so.
They probably read your mind before you walked in.
Exactly. You got any questions, guys?
There's a question there. There's a question.
That's what I'm saying.
Before
you got there, just even what you do.
The Baptists think they will die and see God. What do the pagans think they will see? Well, I personally believe that every person is different. When you die, what you expect to see and do is what you're going to get. If you think you're going to die and go straight to heaven and just stay there for the rest of your eternal being, then that's what's going to happen, guys. If you want to come back and see your loved ones and things, then that is your free choice. You know, I just feel as if it's going to be different for every person that dies. It just depends on your own beliefs.
When you go, Sherry?
Yeah. A lot of them, for a lot of you, you would come back. You're coming back. You've made mistakes. That is the whole point of life. You're coming back. Everybody does. Okay, like you've got some that have been here loads and loads of times. Their time will be coming to an end. They won't come back to earth. They then become a higher power for heaven or whatever. So they could be angels, guides, whatever you name it. They'll become it. Okay, but a lot of us will keep coming back because we have made mistakes in life, and we need to make the right in life to be able to go to the rightful place where God is and everything forever. So for a lot of us, we will come back, and a part of our soul and who we are stays up there because it is forming the true being of who we are every time we have a life. So a part of us is left in heaven with our loved ones and whatever, but the rest of us, it comes back here. It starts a new life. You know,
so in theory, I'm aware that I'm still up there, saying heaven, right? But my other soul's back on earth is somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
That's weird, that.
Yeah, and why do you think that people have these premonitions where they see things that they've never seen before, but it seems familiar, or they walk to a place and they go, I've been here before, but I've not been in this life. It looked a bit different. And, you know, the past life experience, all of this is links to heaven. It's links to your other soul. It's links to who you are still up there. It's what it is.
Yep.
There you go, guys. What's that? There's Luna.
Depends on what you believe, I think.
Everybody's got different beliefs. Everybody believes in different things. Some people don't believe they're coming back. Some people don't believe in reincarnation. As a pagan and as a witch, you believe in those things. That's
I do believe there is a God. I know that I'm a witch and things, but I do
are
believe
reincarnated. You're awake.
there is a higher being for sure. I didn't at first think there was a God and things, and very dismissive of it. But I do now. I do now.
You get to add, Linda? Would you like to add anything?
I'm eclectic when it comes to beliefs. You know, I sort of take something from each individual religion or belief. So I don't have any one belief, if you know what I mean. I just have all sorts of different things.
Yeah. See, I'm still trying to figure it all out too, guys. I've not really made my mind up about anything like that either.
But it's the thing is, you'll not care until the end.
Exactly.
You'll not care.
That's true.
I do firmly believe that there is a higher power. What it is, whether it's a god or many gods, I don't know. But I do believe that if you want to come back and still have contact with your loved ones, then you're definitely going to come back to this earth.
Yes.
You can come back in your spirit because it's been proven.
A lot of people will argue that if you're a witch and that you don't believe in God, because a lot of people believe that when you're a witch or you doing that sort of thing that you believe in Satan, when we don't. A lot of us do not believe in that at all. I was born and grown up as a Christian by my nan. My mum's not a believer in that, and she did stuff like I do, okay? But my nan was a Christian. I was christened a Christian, but going to church and learning the way of church and seeing the way church was made me realise that you don't need to love God and to be in contact with God by being in that building, because I just feel that building betrays God is meant to be. Not all the people, but the building itself and the way that some things are put across. I feel that betrays the God. And I do believe that there's God, Jesus. Of course I do. But I believe in more than one God. And I believe in more than one goddess. I don't believe that our Lord Jesus formed the planet on his own. I believe there were many gods and many goddesses that formed the planet together. And that's who we worship.
There's billions of other worlds.
That's why it's so unbelievable to know that the aliens and things exist, because it's a big universe out there, and who's to say what's all out there? Nobody knows. I mean, we can snippets and things of the moon and different things, but man, his technology hasn't got the ability to travel any further than the moon, so who knows? You know,
there's
evidence out there. Yep, there's evidence out there of things in the sky all the time. It's just that it's only just now because of iPhones and cameras and things that you're getting to see a percentage of it, you know?
Exactly, but they've always been there. It's always been there. It's just been unaware to a lot.
When they trumpets in the sky, I don't know if you've heard, Sister and me was talking about it the other day on a live or something, wasn't it, Sherry? I mean, there's like as if it's like a loud trumpet in the sky. A lot it's been heard at night, and we heard
about that.
Here in Scotland last year.
Do you know what it reminds me of when you hear it? It reminds me of that that film where the world's coming to it. Spaceships are coming, like doing that noise. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like that.
I couldn't believe it when we heard that. It was last summer, beginning of the summer last year.
Like somebody's playing trumpets from out of the sky, out of the clouds. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
what was your experience, Drew, about it? When did it happen? Can you explain what?
We were just lying watching the telly up here in the room, and I think we had just turned the television off or we had muted it or something. I was like, what's that noise? And I went looking in Liam's room in case it was something there. Then we realised it was coming from outside. So we opened the window to try and hear it. And sure as then, it sounded like trumpets. It really did. And they'd been on for about 20 minutes.
No, I had a similar sort of situation, but mine wasn't using a TV because I don't have a TV. But I had my laptop and I had music on. And I thought it was on the music. I've never heard music. So I turned the music off and I was like, I can hear it. And I opened the window and it was like this.
Yeah.
But it's like, I was like, what the? And it was just like different pitches, different tones. And I was like,
really does sound like a
it's
trumpet.
like the whole sky was full.
Yep. You actually feel the vibration.
It was amazing. It is.
If you stepped outside, you would feel the vibration.
How can the noise come from nowhere?
You'll never find out.
Where's it come from? Where is it coming from?
It's
like
a lot of people say it's harp. It's like harp or something like that. But
see, if I stayed in America, and I stayed next to harp, I would think it was harp. But here in Scotland, there's no chance it's harp. No chance. It's got to be something extraterrestrial.
Here's a scenario for you. A lot of people believe we're being visited by aliens.
It's got to be because it's not coming from the ground or anything. You can actually tell it's above you.
Yeah,
like it is above you. You can hear it above in the sky.
And the theory is that the spaceships above us are cloaked.
Right.
You can't see them.
Right.
And that's what's making the noise. The spaceships.
Right. See, it could be then, couldn't it? It could be that you just can't see because you don't feel vibration.
Coding each other. You know what I mean? Like signaling to each other. You know, but whatever it is, it just sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really does. It's really a unique sound. It really does sound like trumpets, but you feel the vibration. We didn't feel it until we opened the window, and then you feel like the vibration of the sound, if you know what I mean. So
I don't know if you've got the same effect, sis, but when you was listening to it as well, it's like you kind of got pulled a little bit.
Yeah, it's like hypnotising, isn't it? Because I didn't even think
being pulled into it. I was like,
it wasn't until after it I thought, shit, I should bloody turn a camera or something on, and I didn't even think. I was just in like a wee trance listening to it. Yep. Because I would have loved to have it outside as well, feel the vibration. Sorry, guys. Sherry's got a wee bit of lag, guys.
Feel it.
You've got
like.
Sorry, sis. Just because you're lagging a wee bit. And every time we start talking about things like this, it's crazy. Every person that talks ends up getting interrupted. It happens every time live.
It's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's
right, Mary Valhalla.
YouTube. It's amazing. It's like YouTube doesn't want us talking about like God and other life in the universe. It's as if they don't want people believing in an afterlife. They just want them to be their good little robots that do what they're told.
I know. That's true.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll need to talk about Parachill shortly, Sherry, but Drew. But I'm just going to say this again for anyone that's in. There's stickers after this, but don't do it new in the chat. But once the video uploads, leave your email. I'll get back to you and I'll be sending you some stickers. Right. I'm also got hats. What do you think? Do you like them?
Yep, Chris has got his merch, guys.
See like that? And we're also bringing out the Age of Darkness. There you go. GoPro hat.
Will you get one of them, Shelley?
Yeah. From tinfoil.
Yep, got the GoPro on the top. That'd be amazing to use that, Chris, when you think about it, because you're going to have your two hands, your K2, your spirit box. It's ideal.
Well, this constantly records for up to 2 hours with one charge.
So that's good.
Put it on your head, doing a ghost hunt, and then just do your normal thing. And you don't know what that captures while it's running. You know what I'm trying to say?
And as you said to me, you could actually turn your cap round and use it to film the back of you, which would be really interesting, wouldn't it, when you think about it?
There's Sherry sticking up the Parachills, guys. We need to give them another plug here to help them out. Tomorrow they've got a live, haven't they? Drew and Sherry.
I've just put the link in the room for the live show.
I'm going to just open my window, guys. It's too roasting in here. 2 seconds.
It's hot 1 minute, then it's cold.
I know. But honestly, guys, if you haven't checked out Parachills, please go and check out Parachills. Great company. And if you're even interested in joining, they might take you on. And they've got merch store too, which I'm going to visit once everybody's got their merch up. I need to get some selection of stuff. You know? Let's have a look here.
Choice of merch is getting better all the time now. There's a lot more.
That is. I mean, I brought out the hats and that just the new, but I'm going to be getting my own merch on Parachills too, guys. So you'll be able to go to Parachills to also buy hats, but they'll be a wee bit different design.
Yeah, they're really nice. I mean, I don't know
Drew's
if
got
any
her
of
own
you
too.
have seen my merch. I've known a couple of years I've seen my merch in
I
the
think I have,
Parachill store, but it's really nice. And there's 120 items. There's baby bibs, there's baby grows, there's mugs, there's hats, there's bags, there's long jumpers, there's hoodies, there's everything. Honestly, I couldn't even sit and rhyme them all off to you. There's every kind of t-shirt possible with every colour possible. It's amazing.
I'm looking for the store the new.
Shell likes the green ones, didn't you, Shell? I'll be blue, she'll be green when we go investigate.
I'll put the merch store. The merch store's in the chat.
Is it? Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll see if I can find Drew's. Have you got any merch yet, Sherry? You got any merch?
No, I still haven't had the thing done. I have
That's
said to
right,
a few people, but it hasn't been done yet. So I don't know.
They'll be really busy doing everybody's though, I would imagine. I was lucky because I had put mine in and he had said it wasn't high resolution and he said, give me 5 minutes. And then he came back with he must have just fixed it. So I was pretty lucky that I got him there and then. Or mine wouldn't have been done either.
I'll show the people in there what kind of merch you can get on there. I'm just load it up in my phone.
It's really nice. I like the long jumper, the long dress jumper thing. I was surprised that they didn't have the leggings though. A lot of the teams have got like the leggings and things. I was surprised Parachills didn't have any of that, to be honest. It's mostly
give them time.
Give
them time, guys.
That's it. Because I'd have loved to get the jumper and the trousers, if you know what I'm saying. Are you going
the little guys, click them over, go check them out.
Then you're going away, missus.
And they've got a live show tomorrow too. There it's there. Through the lens.
Yeah, you need to come and meet the bosses, guys. You'll really like them. They're down to earth just like us. And listen to everything that they've got planned and what a Parachills really is all about. It's about helping people at the end of the day. It's about helping people that struggled with supernatural things and even missing people and things like that, cold cases. It's about a lot more than just ghost hunting. We can't stress that enough to people. It's not just about doing a bit of investigating. It's a lot deeper than that. And who else to explain it better than the bosses? Come along.
There's the case I was working on the other day there.
With my footage in it.
Yep. It's there. It's good to see stuff that you write.
I know, okay, it's crazy.
But everybody can.
You think, for God's sake, I did that?
I know. I did it.
It's the research I like. I mean, some of these places that we're researching and things, I go straight to the source. Like if it's say it's a post in the Daily Record or something, I'll look up the reporter and I go straight to try and talk to that reporter to see what he actually thinks about the person he was interviewing and things. So it's really good because
the guy in the denim jacket is Brian, and the guy on the other side is Lex. Director and manager. The other manager's not on there. Chris won't be coming up.
Can I stress that we've actually debunked a couple of things as well? It's not just about proving paranormal, it's about debunking things.
That's the truth.
That's it, you need both sides.
I debunked demon fairies in the woods and things like that. That was all just a reporter that had wrote an article for our college, and it had made its way onto the World Wide Web, so that got debunked quite quick.
See, that's the thing. I've noticed that with some of the stuff that I've been working on. This place is really, 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 really haunted. There's been no ghost investigations, and there's no reports of ghost investigations.
Exactly.
Okay, I mean, and it's. But I'm looking forward to getting out, aren't we all?
Yeah, for sure. I get a bit jealous. I'm getting a bit jealous now at watching all these footages of these people that's investigating the places I should be. I'm like, I don't want to trying to get.
I don't know how long it'll be before this is all over, but it'll be good to get out and investigate.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
Yeah, there's no that though. See, once lockdown does stop, everybody's going to be wanting to go. Do you know what I mean? So us working under the Parachills label will get us access to these places that nobody else is going to be able to get into.
I'm looking forward to Edinburgh Vaults.
For sure.
What do you think?
Definitely.
Sherry, you coming to the Edinburgh Vaults?
I think the food.
I don't know what's going on.
I think the full UK teams to go to Edinburgh
Yes, the full ones. The full ones,
Yeah.
Edinburgh.
because I think
Eh,
there's that many different locations and there's that many different
Glam's
parts of the
Castle.
boats and things that we need to have a big team there.
Glam's Castle, too.
Mhm.
That's an interesting place, guys. I mean, by that time we'll all be kitted out. We'll have all the parachills gear on.
Definitely.
You know.
Yeah,
Double,
I
you
think
should
there will
join.
be a few of the cases where we all join up because there are some
Yeah.
big cases, but
Yeah.
But there'll be cases that we can't go to, which you will be going to because you're doing one end of the country and we're up the other end of the country.
Yeah. Plus, Cherry's the psychic of the group, so she'll get to
Yes.
go to most of the locations.
What's the lottery numbers tonight, Sherry?
Well, sorry, I keep saying you're psychic. You're no psychic. You can see spirits and feel energies. I keep saying sister's psychic, and it's no psychic. She feels the energies and things.
It's
But yeah, I
But
think that
I am psychic.
Yeah.
I'm just not I'm not a medium.
right.
I'm not a medium. I don't see to the extent of a medium,
Right.
but I am
Yes.
psychic. Psychic is somebody that sees spirits, hears, and whatever. But I'm just
See, there you
not
go.
like a medium.
Right.
See,
Okay.
there you go, guys. There's somebody there, personal connection, that wasn't notified.
See, that's
YouTube at their
terrible.
best. We've been
Terrible.
talking about it's absolutely ridiculous, YouTube lately. It's just no putting any notifications out.
I think the minute you're under
Hello?
like 2,000 subs, they're not interested. That's the truth.
It's
It's ridiculous. It's making it so hard for the smaller groups like ours and things to get their notifications out. We're having to go to other platforms and advertise like 10 minutes before, half an hour before all this carry on, because YouTube's just not putting their notifications out for us, guys. So please keep an eye on our normal Facebooks and things if you want to see us
So
live.
I'm checking out your blog. I'm just reading something here. I'm just reading that you're dangerous to stop the energy escaping through the. What's that? It's dangerous to stop the energy escaping through your head with a
I've got my
foil
tinfoil on. So is Christopher.
I've got this hat on, but this is
Tinfoil.
this one on. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I must admit,
This
I got a
goes.
lot of sore heads, and I've been wearing this a lot in the last couple of days, and I've not had any sore heads as of yet.
Yeah.
That's a bell.
Only-
That's a cracker.
Only on Age of Darkness.
Yep, unique to
GoPro
Christopher.
hat. You could just get this in tea. All hats come with the EMF protection.
Yeah, mine's has got it in it. The my hair cause it's a flat.
They're all coming.
Silver foil in it.
See, look, you're about to see my baldness right now.
My hair's pretty flat now.
See,
Should have did that.
I know. I'm handsome though. There you go. There's that. That.
Is your dog
Yeah,
snoring, sister?
The top is falling.
Bobby, are you sleeping?
Actually,
No, I'm
actually,
here. I'm still listening.
Somebody is the
Actually-
dog snoring?
I could hear that too. There's
Well,
Yeah, I
stop
thought the
now.
dog was snoring.
No, I can't hear anything.
I thought maybe
It was like-
Jerry's dog
I've
was
got
snoring
to
beside
get
me.
snoring.
Me too. Did you
strange,
hear
isn't
that? Did you just hear that in the chat? It was like
Mm.
somebody really heavy breathing
There
or
was.
snoring.
Ken, it was like.
It was,
But
Let us
wasn't
know
it?
if
Maybe
you
it was an
said that,
EVP.
guys.
Maybe it
No,
was
Well,
an EVP.
It happened in Winners Live one night. We heard somebody say, "I'm sorry." Tell somebody something, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "Did one of you speak there?" And they're like, "No." And I was like, "I definitely heard that somebody speaking." And when I went back to chat, and sure as on, somebody had said,
That's.
So you never know.
But
Hear it again.
I think somebody's fell asleep.
I
Not
can't
Bobby.
hear anything.
You know, yeah, I can hear it. Can you see it in the chat?
I
Yes,
can-
again.
If there's any spirits here and you want to speak, please try and speak to us.
Is why your dogs fell asleep.
My dog's at the bottom of the bed and she's not even snoring. She's just sitting
No,
on
my dog's asleep, but he's no snoring.
That's crazy.
I was just thinking of others. Do you believe Big Brother and Big Sister know your names and record all you say? Yes. They know everything, I'm afraid.
Can you see? Let us know in chat, guys, if you
I can hear it. There is this really, really heavy breathing.
Well, Paranormal Connections hearing it as well. It's definitely any of us, guys. You hear us talking.
Somebody behind Chris. I can see like something moving behind Chris.
Luna says it's behind you.
That's all
Luna
right.
says it's
That's
behind
fine.
you.
I've just heard a voice.
Is it Rob?
Somebody just said something.
Try and communicate with us, guys.
Is it my neighbour? Is it my Jolly?
You hear walking? I hear walking.
We can hear you. Can you?
I can hear that. I can hear that breathing now.
Try and communicate with us, guys. Are you smart to talk to us? Try and tell us who's here.
Thanks, Luna. You've cheered me up no end.
I definitely heard walking there. It was like on a wooden floor. I've got my mic on. It's no use.
I can hear it now. I couldn't hear it before, but I can hear it now.
Come forward.
My ghosty, what's his name? Robert. He haunts my house, but he's alright. He's a nice
There's
guy.
growling.
What was that?
There's growling.
I just heard the growl.
You sure that was a growl? Yeah.
That was a growl.
That was definitely a growl.
Definitely a growl.
It's quite tall as well.
It's
like a black mass thing.
Luna, do you see anything? It's at Chrissy's. It's definitely your bit, Chris. Luna knows.
Yeah, I can see it's standing behind Chris. It's just not showing itself, but it's a black mass.
Yeah. It's a black mass, Chris. You're going to have to get
going up
yourself
like the wall. Like, you can see it like going out on the wall.
That's fine. It's just
Have you got your St. Christopher on?
No, it's over there, but it'll be fine. It's just
Go get it and set it beside you.
He's
Be
walking,
careful, Chris, just in
I can
case.
see him walking around Chris. It's probably the guy that visits. Luna's saying it's him as well.
Is it Robert? Is he maybe just trying to make us? He's just trying to be funny with us. Because he's not a bad spirit, Robert. He's maybe just trying to give us all a giggle.
Is it
I'm
Robert?
thinking of others heard it as well.
Luna, is it Robert? Aye. It's Robert.
He's walking. It's definitely Robert.
It is.
Yeah, you can see him moving about at the minute.
Yeah, Robert's a friendly spirit, guys. It's just that he's not showing his true form.
Do you want some stuff?
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert. It's funny how it always comes when we're live, though, isn't it? Hi, Robert. You like us going live, don't you? You definitely comes every time we're live.
He's standing right next to me.
He doesn't acknowledged him. He doesn't talk that.
He's right next to me because I can feel him.
Hi, Robert.
Robert, go and visit. Go and visit one of the people in the chat.
Come and visit me, Robert. I don't mind you coming, pal. Come and clap my dog. She's sitting awake anyway, waiting in a spirit clap me. She'll be sitting with a wee girl lately. Maggie will be clapping me. She's sitting
I've
down
not
the
seen Robert for ages. I actually was worried about him.
Well, there you go. He went live and he's appeared again, like the last time.
Oh, look, there's Luna. There's Luna.
He came to say hi. There you go. There you go. He likes us going live. Thank you, Robert, for popping in again.
Actually, I was kind of worried about him.
Go live more often.
I was actually worried about him in case he maybe wanted to come back. You know, he is over Chris's shoulder.
Right, he just likes to say hi to
he is. He's right behind you.
Yeah,
he's right behind you.
There's Chris is scared now. Hi, Robert. Thanks for popping in, Robert.
Robert scared me.
You're used to him anyway, though, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
It won't be our house. I thought we were locked down. Well, Paranormal Connection, I know. We're all locked down. It must be good to be a spirit right now because they're no locked down. They can go where they want. So
they're probably lonely though because there isn't anyone to talk to. There's nobody about.
Mm-hmm. But seemingly Robert, the one that haunts my house, he's like he likes stoating about all over the place. He goes everywhere.
No, he visits different places.
He's a free spirit. He can do what he wants.
Yeah.
I wonder if
It's,
that's where the term free spirit came from. Daft as it sounds, I wonder if that's where it came from.
Wrote my crystal
That's
ball. Got another in here.
free spirit, you say. That's how I'll look that up.
He can just do what he wants and be what he wants and go where he wants. That's it. He just happens to like it when you go live, Chris, and he likes to pop in and say hello because most of the people in this chat like to see, like acknowledge him and things.
Free spirit defecation. Here we go. Here it's there. Accept the cookies. A person who thinks and acts in an uninhibited way without worrying about normal social rules.
Oh.
Definition of free spirit.
Well, there's a free spirit in the afterlife as well, for sure. Has he not? No, he's not been on for a while, Chris. Luna.
I have not been on
Chris
for a
is
while.
starting to wonder where he was.
I've just had stuff going on with Ken family and stuff like that. I've not been well and stuff like that. So, but I will be getting back into it more. I've brought out stickers, loads of stickers.
Yeah, for sure.
To be honest, all of us haven't really been online very much because we've been so busy with everything else. But we'll be back.
Yeah, we've all had different things going on.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing my lives on a Monday and things with my cards, and then maybe on a Thursday again as well, just to pop in and say hello to everybody. Even.
I just want to get out ghosty hunting again.
I know it's hard. It's hard.
I want to get out, but I want people to be protected.
Yeah, it's hard when you're watching all these other cases and try to use their evidence when we should be the ones that's out there getting our own evidence. That's the hard bit.
It is.
I'm hoping to get out with my cryptic team as well sometime. I've only ever been out with them once so far, and then the lockdown started and that was it. But where we meet up, it's different. We don't actually investigate buildings and things. We just meet up as a team in a certain area that might have got some accounts, and we can sit and talk about it and investigate that way.
Listen, it gets you at the house, so it does, and it gets your mind working as well. Because I mean, let's face it, we're all intrigued by the paranormal, so it's in the supernatural. So that's just what our passion is. So being locked up is really hard.
There is Lunar Eclipse. She will be live soon, everybody. So please go over to Lunar's channel. Lunar, drop your link in the chat.
Are you live tonight, Luna? Or do you mean soon as in a couple of days?
No, I think it's tonight.
I hope so. If it's tonight, you've got a good chance it was all coming. Good, I would like to see you live again.
Plus, it could be Robert is feeding off energy created during the stream and from the equipment as well. He's a nice guy. He's living in the farm behind my house. Yeah. Do you know when I go out the house now, I say, Robert, please look after my house, and I lock the door.
Good. And he will.
He comes out and walks with me and stuff.
That's good.
So I'll end this live stream and I'll see you all tomorrow at Parachills Live at 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yep. We'll all be there, guys.
Go check them out as well. If you're thinking about joining up with them, give it a good think. They are awesome, guys.
And honestly, I think it's a good idea what Sherry's had to basically do protection spells and stuff like that. And special salts and that when we go ghost hunting, because it's definitely a good thing.
We need
it won't be obviously it'll be done as a stealth thing on mine and Drew's way, but obviously for you investigators and stuff, it would be you just being able to put it in a candle and doing your prayer and that over. It's really important, guys. Like any business or team that you do protection, we can learn you to do it right.
There that you could actually just put on your shoes
and to help the spirits. That's the main thing. You should be up in the spirits as well. So. We can learn you all that.
It'd be good to have some protection before you get in and when you come back out again.
For sure. I think people need it. They definitely need it because...
Of course, we'll be doing the video in. We don't do the camera work. We just stoat about. As long as we're not like a vet fielding.
Well, that's what
I say, as long as we're not like a vet fielding for most
I'll
wanted.
scream.
When I was like how I would do it is obviously I was going to send off like a gopher bag to all of the teams anyway, like with everything in it. There'd be a booklet that I write up with all of the different prayers, and obviously we'd learn you to use everything from crystals to the anointing and blessing oils and stuff like that. 'Cause you need different things for different investigations and different help, and obviously with every demonic and negative energy. One ritual is not going to do every single demonic. They all are individually different, and they all take different frequencies and levels to get rid of them. So,
I mean, as I said, you don't need to do the prayers and all things. There's stuff that Sherry does that you can just put on your shoes, and that guy's to block anything to be coming home with you if you don't want to light candles and all things like that. But that's
still do your prayer.
Yeah, we'll try just to get like care packages made up.
Like these little things. You'd get like these, like you get little bags or big bags, and it'll have all your ghost stop, which is the one that stops them seeing you and stuff like that. Your other one that you should have in there, your crossing one for crossing good spirits. Just I've made ingredients to help you guys so you can do it instead of having to carry everything with you. It's all there in one thing. It's just easier.
I mean, as you know, I've showed you it before on my channel. I've actually take a wee Tupperware tub out. I mean, it's got my sage, my salt, and my pale wood and different things in it. It's got blessed coins and all things like that. So a lot of ghost hunters don't show you this type of thing, but most of them do have it.
They do. They do it as ghost adventurers. They do it.
I would like to come out on a ghost hunt.
Definitely, though. But when we're doing your way, or if you're up in Scotland, you're more than welcome. Well, definitely.
I've got nobody that sort of is the same as us, you know, that has the same sort of interest down here. I've got nobody to go with, and because of health issues and that, I won't go on my own, obviously. So I'm stuck. I can't really do it.
You can be part of our team for sure. Definitely. You can get
I'm going to say goodbye to everybody in the chat, but goodbye everyone. And we'll do a live through the week sometime. You're live. Are you not live on Monday? True.
I'm live Monday night, guys, and I'm also live on Wednesday. In fact, Thursday is the 28th. It's actually my son's birthday as well. So I'm interviewing Ali Reid for Scottish Paranormal. Very interesting, guys. You don't want to miss talking to this guy, honestly.
Sherry, are you live? Are you live at all, Sherry?
I am watching Boss's stream tomorrow. Then after they've finished, I'm going to be doing an overnight investigation thing. I will be in my bedroom at one point, but I've got two new toys now because my balls have turned up as well. So
your flashy balls.
You got the flashy balls, eh? Very good.
Yeah.
We'll flash them all together, sister, okay?
Flashy cat balls and REM pod as well, which I'm really excited about.
Oh God, I just sometimes I wonder.
Oh, I know. Try and be so professional, don't we? We try and keep a straight face and be so professional, and it always goes wrong. Can't help it.
That's a great idea you've got for protection, right? Everybody in the chat, catch you later. I'll talk to you after.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thanks,
guys. Bye bye.